Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato sheds, and welcome Bronek.
Welcome, Jess.
Today we've got a special one for you today. We're in Mangatangi and we're visiting this really epic custom designed shed, and I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Bronek is here. So Bronek, give us a bit of a rundown. We've been here, we've seen the slab getting built, we've caught up with the guys on site. There's a bit of finishing work to be done, but tell us the story of how this shed has come to be.
Well, the clients approached me a little while ago and they wanted something that kind of matched their house, was sympathetic to the house. So we've done cladding that's close, we've got colours that are similar, and we've come up with a winner. What do you think, Jace?
Absolutely, we've got a winner on this one here, Bronek. I really enjoy what we've done here because it can't replicate identically to the house, and we don't want to, but what you've done is we've got T-rib cladding on the wall to match the same sort of trapezoidal cladding on the roof that we've got over there. You've matched the colours, but we've got a corrugate on the roof, and then we've got the same Marley Typhoon gutters going on both of these. Now, I know it's gone through a few design changes here, because that's one of the things is we'll work with you. We're not going to just sell you a shed, drop off a kit set, run away, here's some plans, good luck. Going through the council. High wind zone here.
Very high wind zone.
That's it. We're in the middle of a mountain pass here in the very north Waikato. Ground conditions?
The ground conditions were okay. There were a couple of soft spots everywhere, but we were able to do a decent dig out. And then just compact it back up with gap 20 and some sand. So we got away with that, which was good.
Now I know everyone's going to want to start looking at the shed. They've looked at it up enough. What span have we got here for the main building?
Okay, we've got an 8 metre span and we're 18 metres deep.
So we come around the side here. So what it is Bonnet's telling me the shed's been designed to enable potentially a boat or a motorhome to go in here. So we've got a nice 3.2 high by 3 metre roller door, beautiful bird brush. But talk to me, what have we got round on this side?
Well, what we've got around on this side is we've got two 4.8 metre wide doors and 2.8 metre high. And they're insulated sectional doors. And believe it or not, you'll see it from the inside, they're actually raked, so they go up the roof, which we think is a really nice touch.
Yeah, excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So let's come back around this way, because something else that was done as well, and we can flip back to Paul talking about it, is the client wanted to marry it into the house.
It's basically a complementary shed for their house, because they haven't got any garaging on it. So they're going to have a walk through to the house, and a little bit of accommodation down the end, or plumbing I see in there.
Yeah, we've got a bathroom set up in there. We've got this excellent lean-to area. The concrete's been done great. Our mate Lout from Piedmark Engineering in Morrinsville's done these SHS posts. So we've got this Australian style veranda here. We're just waiting on the Queenslander. I love it. Shout out to all my Queensland family and friends. What we've also got in here is, we're just waiting on the final flashings, and we're going to line underneath in here. I believe Paul's going to switch it up and line it with corrugate as well under here. So this is great. So we've got the concrete's extended out slightly here, married into the deck.
This deck was here originally, and one of the briefs from the client was he wanted to come out of his back door and straight into his garage, which he can now do.
All right, well I really like, Bronek, what you've done is you've matched the joinery here from the house is matched over here. So City Glass has done a really nice job on here, and I really like this colour scheme in here.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Another cool thing that we're able to do is that he's got specific type of frosted glass on his house, and we've been able to match it on the shed as well. So, we're trying to be sympathetic, we're trying to match it where we can, and I think we've done a pretty good job.
That's a shout out Fisher, that's who, Fisher Windows. That's all the aluminium joinery in that, so that's the sort of brand that City Glass represents. But let's open this up and come on through. Before we actually go inside, let's just check out a little bit more of what's going on up here. So,
have a look, there's some brackets up the top here that hook into the structure on the inside of the...
Yeah, so that's all custom bracketry along here. But as we come down, what I wanted to show is just some of the fine flashing detail work that we've got on here. So all of these, every bit of joinery, we always do this custom flashing in here so that it's all fully enclosed. We'll put the bird brush underneath in there. So that's looking really good. Size of this window here, Bronek?
That's put me on the spot. I'd say it'd probably be about 1700 by 910.
Absolutely. It's our favourite size. We do so many of these. It's a great size for the shed. One pane opening, one pane closed. What I notice on this one is you've got the tinted glass on here as well.
Yes.
So it looks great from the inside, easy view out, but also matching in with the house.
Yeah.
Then we've got this ranch slider here, another one of my favourite sizes. So what is it?
It's 2010 by 2395. We like
2
it.
metres by 2.4.
Okay. The reason we like this is that it gives you a good sliding door opening. You know, it's wide. It's not narrow, because some can be quite narrow and you have to go side by side. This one you can come out with a tray quite easily.
You're carrying a box of Waikatos through, no issues. All right, now we've got some custom bracketry. Shout out to Shane G in the office.
Definitely.
Quentin these days, they'll all have arranged this. So custom brackets coming out here to be able to bolt on, but then you've also got the custom steel work from Paul and Stan to make all of this happen.
It's beautiful.
So,
this is the stuff I love seeing before it's all closed in.
yeah.
The big issue we had is that we've got a veranda going this way and we've got a veranda going this way, and how do you tie it in and make it look tidy in the corner? It was a challenge, but we've done it and we've done it well.
Yeah, that's it. So we've got all welded posts, you've got a bracket welded in there, you've got feet welded onto these SHS posts here. So looking really sharp. One of the little details as well that we want to do is we'll talk about custom flashings all the time. And so we'll say, hey, look, all your corner flashings, they're not going to come with the kit set. You order them afterwards. People are like, why is that? And it's not as obvious. But on this side, it's possibly 200 long, whereas on this side, it's 300. And that's just because the rib, all right, the rib here is going to finish, depending on the size of the shed, it will finish in different areas. So if this was just 150 by 150, it's not going to look nearly as nice. And these are the little finishing details that end up with the sheds looking so much nicer.
Yeah.
And that's what creates a real asset on the property.
Definitely.
So once again, really impressed, but why don't we just make ourselves and go and jump on inside and check it out.
Beautiful. Here we go.
All right, Paul and Stan, they're just, as they said, waiting on the final flashings. We've got their big electric scissor lift in here, because that's it. Paul's it's got it. What's cool about this one, it's all terrain and it's got the grey tracks on here. It's got a bit of mud on there. Obviously it's outside and it's in the winter, but they can get all around the outside and the inside.
Yeah.
So it's all about the tools. Now, strength by design. Shout out to Northern Consulting Engineers, NCE, Dylan, our man over there. He's done a fantastic job of putting a whole lot of strength by design into this building. When you're looking at this, Bronek, so this is, what are you seeing? What are you appreciating on this custom engineering?
What I'm seeing here is that firstly we've tried to keep our knee braces as high up as we can, so they're out of the way, but they're still there giving it strength. Same with our apex braces, they're right up as high as we can go, but they're still anchoring the building. The other thing I see is we've got an awful lot of girts in here, and again we are in a very, very high wind zone, so we've got to stop the building moving and falling down. And I also see an awful lot of cross bracing, especially on one back wall where we've got the two garage doors which are big openings, so you've got to brace it next door to stop that shear movement.
That's it. I know that Stan was particularly impressed with all the bracing work there. He really enjoyed it. He felt it was like doing a little bit of sheet metal artwork whilst he was doing the engineering. And as Paul would say, if there's ever an emergency in New Zealand, you want to get yourself into a Waikato shed.
Damn right.
All right, so let's come around, and you mentioned before the raking sectional doors, Barnett?
Yes, if you have a look up here, so instead of the tracks going flat, they go up against the roof. And that's just solely to give people, you know, we have clear span buildings, we don't have trusses. Putting this up there means that we can keep the rooms free and clear for whatever you want. So
smart design choice here, Bronek. So you've done the raking sectional doors so that you've actually got room for the roller door to roll up.
Yeah.
It was great. We just had a brief interlude. Shannon,
The owner.
the owner, was here, so we just had a great chat, and she was just saying out, so shout out once again to Paul and Stan, how lovely they've been on site, but also the detail and the care that they put into building every single one of their sheds, to be honest. You know, they've been doing this for a lifetime, but just because they've been doing it for a lifetime, it's every shed, they treat it like it's just another piece of artwork. And it is the level of detail that they'll put through and everything, make sure it's all right. It's just really great having craftsmen like Paul and Stan. So shout out to you boys. As you know, we're always having beers, but I'll shout you a few more.
I love it. One thing that they are going to do here is they're actually going to put in a bathroom later on. Now, one of the things that the concreters have done is they've actually sunk an area down because it's going to be a tiled bathroom, so it's actually going to have to slope down into where it needs to be. So
tiled shower area down here?
Tiled shower area. It's actually going to be a walk-in shower, so it's going to have no curtains or anything.
So what, no curtains? You'll be watching me showering away?
Oh dear. Yeah.
Bronek got some visuals. He's loving it.
No, I'm not.
All right. So we're finishing it up. I mean, you can see the rain's coming down outside. It's lovely in here. You've got all this joinery by our mate City Glass. You've got these little breathers I love to mention, but it's these little details that I think is really important. Is that you can have it on there, get airflow through, it's security, it's safe, but it's just, that's great sheds done right. That's what we're about.
Yeah, and again, over here in the bathroom, if you have a look at this window, this has all got aluminium liners because this is actually going to be in a wet area. So they can actually now tile right up and into the windows and make it a real feature.
Yeah.
And the other thing we do with our doors nowadays is we put this aluminium sill on the bottom. Because of this, that means that you can have your flooring run right over the top and never notice it.
Yeah. So that's it. Sometimes, and it's great to be able to do these videos to explain it all. If you're looking into it, so obviously any questions, hit us up. And you can always come in and catch up with us in the offices and we can go through. But just the level of detail and care that we want to put into the sheds, I think you can appreciate. We love sheds.
Oh yes.
I would just give that shed a hug and just like, oh, just wonderful.
I'm going to tell your wife.
Reedy knows it, eh? I mean, give it a kiss. That's what I think of New Zealand steel, New Zealand made, metal craft. It's on there. We go up. We love catching up with the factory. Ben and his crew, they've done all of this, all this cladding. Mel, the guys at Metal Craft, the flashing team. I'm stoked with it, and we've got it on my back. Boom, what do we got? Who's on my back?
We've got Connect, we've got Dominator, we've got Colour Steel, and of course Noble Sheds.
That's it. So it's all colour steel cladding. We're always supporting New Zealand made. If you ain't gonna support Kiwis, what are you? Dominator, the doors installed, phenomenal job, made out of Christchurch in Auckland. Connect, our man Brendan, he's always behind the counter. He's slinging bolts all day long. But hey, we're really proud of this one. We're really happy once again to be able to deliver. If you want something like this, just hit us up. If you appreciate the work that Paul and Stan have done, drop a comment below and let us know. But otherwise, you enjoy your day. And as you know, great sheds done right.